Trae Young. Despite averaging 27 and 9 in college, some NBA analysts were making comments like these about his future in the NBA.
I'm not really sold on Trae Young.
And when Trae Young's early performances in his professional career didn't quite meet the expectations of those who were hyping him up, it was like adding gas to the fire for the critics of Trae Young. But judging by the fact that in only his second year, Trae is already the 4th leading scorer in the entire NBA, it appears that he used the hate he received as fuel and is on his way to go down in the history books of basketball. Here's a list of some of the all-time great scorers and what they were averaging in their second year in the league. In case you're wondering where Jordan is, he averaged 23 points his second year in the league, but he was injured for a good chunk of the year, so I'm not going to use Michael Jordan for comparison's sake. Now, let's look at the same list, but let's add Trae Young. This is even more impressive when we remember that all of these guys have won at least one scoring title in their careers, and this scrawny 6'1" point guard is outscoring every single one of them. What's up, you guys? My name is Ray. I appreciate you watching this video. These videos take a long time to make, so if you don't mind just gently tapping that like button, it really helps out the channel, so please just hit that like button. That's all I ask for. Without any further ado, let's get back to Trae Young. Trae Young is currently averaging 29.6 points in 35 minutes of play on 44% shooting from the field. Some of Trae's haters might be saying that he is a one-trick pony because all he can do is score the basketball. Well, besides averaging nearly 30 points per game, Trae is also throwing out 9 assists each night. When it comes to the offensive end of the court, Trae Young already doesn't have any weaknesses, which is extremely rare for someone his age. For the sake of comparison, when LeBron was Trae's age, LeBron's weakness was his jump shot. When Russell Westbrook was Trae's age, his weakness was his shot selection. And some may argue that Westbrook still doesn't have good shot selection, but that's besides the point. We're not talking about Westbrook here. Trae Young is only 21 years old and he is a threat from any part of the court. If you give him too much room, he does not have a problem pulling up from the logo. If you guard him tightly around the perimeter, he will give you a crossover and pull up for a jump shot, or give you a crossover and take the ball to the rim. Now here's the part that they don't tell you about Trae Young. Have you ever wondered how it is possible for a small NBA player to average 30 points, 9 assists on 44% shooting from the field, all at the age of 21? If you're still playing competitive basketball, whether it be middle school, high school, or college, and you want to take your game to the next level, listen closely because this will help you increase your stats, and here it is. Trae is not a robot. When you first hear that, you might be like, no, he's not a robot, he's a human. But guys, here's what I mean by that. When I say the word layup, most people think of something like this. Now, what do you think would happen if every time Trae went up for a layup, he always shot his layups like this? Well, let me just show you what did happen. Trae would get absolutely destroyed in the paint by big men, but instead, Trae has become a basketball mastermind, which has helped him improve his performance on the court from the start of his rookie year to now. Trae is very good at reading the defense and knows what type of shot he should take. Trae Young looks at what the defense is doing, looks at his teammates around the court, and puts himself in a position to score no matter what the defender does. Trae Young is displaying a very high basketball IQ by doing this. When Trae is being guarded, he understands how the defense is playing him and what his teammates are doing. That is very important for a basketball player and especially for a point guard. Here, you see Trae using his body to shield off the defender. If you know why he does that, then you probably have a high basketball IQ. But if not, then it's okay. You're about to learn a little thing or two. So Trae has the ball and he sees Dwayne Dedmon about to slip to the basket. Trae shields off his defender to give Dwayne time to set a pick for him down low. Then, Trae uses that screen to finish the layup. And finally, you see Trae pointing at his teammate to thank him because Trae knows that his teammate was seeing the same thing he saw before the play even happened, which ultimately allowed Trae to score the points. Trae Young is also a master of KYP, knowing your personnel, which is just basketball terminology for knowing the play style of the people on your team. If Anthony Bennett was in Dwayne Dedmon's position, Trae probably wouldn't have gone for that bucket because he understands that Anthony most likely wasn't reading the same thing he did. Trae Young's ability to know know who he's playing with and how the defense is playing him is what makes him so combative. Trae is very good at taking a quick look at the court and analyzing the game really quickly and really efficiently, so he knows what kind of shot he needs to take or what kind of pass he needs to make. Here we see Trae driving to the basket with an open lane. Most people, having a bigger guy chasing them, would shoot the layup quickly so that it doesn't get swatted into the stands. But Trae realized he has a higher chance of making the basket if he goes for the reverse and uses the rim for protection. Once again, this is an example of where Trae Young quickly read the court and made a quick decision on what was best for him to do. Karl Anthony Towns guarding Trae Young. Trae had to do a quick little scoop layup, or else he knows that Cat was gonna send that ball away forever. This is all coming down to basketball IQ and knowing what kind of shot you need to take and what kind of shot has the highest percentage of going in for any given situation that you might find yourself in. At the start of Trae's rookie year, he wasn't putting up the numbers he put up after the All-Star break. In the first half of his rookie year, Luka was the clear cut for the Rookie of the Year. But after the new year, Trae Young's game elevated to a new level, and it wasn't so obvious who the Rookie of the Year would be anymore. When Trae Young fans started saying that he deserved to be the Rookie of the Year over Luka Doncic, Trae critics were saying that it's called the Rookie of the Year, not Rookie of the second half of the season. And the reason why Trae had such an extreme improvement from the beginning of his rookie year to the second half of his rookie year had to do with the simple fact that he finally began to understand and better read defenders. In an interview on First Take, when Max Kellerman asked him what caused such a dynamic change in his performance from the first half to the second half of the year, Trae even said for himself that he started to better understand his opponents, and that's what attributed his massive success.
I think for me it's really just, getting a better feel of who I was going against. I think whenever I started seeing these guards for the second, third, and some even the fourth time, I just started to feel a little bit more comfortable and get a better feel for who I was going against, and the game just slowed down even more for me.
Early into his career, he was driving to the paint and playing like a robot, which would cause him to get swatted. Trae Young has all the skills in the world, and ever since he started analyzing the court a little bit better, we saw him go from being a good rookie the first half of his rookie year to being head-to-head with Luka for the Rookie of the Year race. Just as a quick disclaimer, I'm not saying that Trae Young didn't know how to read the defense before the All-Star break. You don't become an NBA player by not knowing how to read the defense, you feel me? I'm just saying that the major improvement in his game came from his improvement in reading the defense, and y'all just heard it from the man himself. Besides reading the court to score the ball, Trae reads the court to make the right pass. If you have a high basketball IQ and a high skill set to go along with it, you're either going to score the ball at a high rate or pass the ball at a high rate. It's just crazy how Trae Young managed to figure it out just halfway into his rookie year. Now, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty and talk about weaknesses in Trae's game, obviously you're gonna find some. You can find weaknesses in everybody's game no matter how good they are. But for Trae Young, I would say his main weakness is just his defense. He's not a very good defender, but given that he's so young, he has all the time in the world to improve on his defense. So when it's all said and done, I think it'll be just fine. And even Stephen Curry isn't that good of a defender, but Klay Thompson is a great defender. So if the Hawks can get him a guard that complements his playstyle, cough cough Anthony Edwards, if they get the chance to draft him this season, I think that would be great for both of their careers and for the Hawks franchise in general. So now my question is, what do you guys think Trae's ceiling is? Keep in mind, he's 4th in the entire NBA in scoring at the age of 21. He's putting up significantly better stats than other elite players were in their second year, and he's the only real star on his team in a league where nowadays the best teams usually have 2 to 3 all-stars. What do you guys see down the road for Trae Young? When you're that good and that young, no pun intended, I used to say the sky's the limit, but in the words of Michael Jordan,
the ceiling is the roof. The ceiling is the roof.
Please drop a like on this video if you watched it all the way through, and even consider subscribing. Comment your thoughts. I want to know what you think of everything I said. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks. If you're still here, consider watching this other video I picked out for you down below. Please just watch it. I'm trying to get to 300 subs, so go watch that video. Let me know what y'all think. And hit the like button on that video too. All right, see you guys.